The town we chose to get a better understanding of is Dixon, New Mexico. It's located in Rio Arriba County on New Mexico Highway 75, just east of New Mexico Highway 68 in the north-central part of the state. In 1725, the area of Dixon was inhabited by Tiwa peoples from nearby Picuris Pueblo. That was soon settled by Spanish colonists under the Embudo land grant to Francisco Martin, Lázaro Cordova, and Juan Marquez. The original name was El Puerto del Embudo de Nuestro Señor San Antonio. Acequias at that time were the first public work project of any land grant. So they started immediately after settlement on September 20th, 1725. There are 10 historic acequias with senior water rights in the Embudo River and 2 junior water rights. The houses were built close together to make use of the acequias fed by snowmelt. Later in 1900, when the post office was established, the name was changed to Dixon to honor Collins Dixon. Collins Dixon was a school teacher who taught in the 19th century. One tradition has him as a Civil War Army deserter. Some of his descendants live in nearby Espanola. Most locals from the town of Dixon come from Spanish heritage. The older generations speak mostly Spanish in conversation, but as the generations grow younger, some of the Spanish is lost. But with more outsiders moving in, English is the most used language. I don't think the Spanish language will ever be lost. We will just hear less of it. In small communities like Dixon, religion plays a big role. Religion is important to those people because it also plays a role on their culture. Locals incorporate the religion into their lives, homes, and even their art. But even in this small community, there are different types of religions, 3 different kinds to be exact. The biggest one is the St. Anthony Catholic Church. The other 2 are the Embudo Presbyterian and the Apostolic Praise Temple. The Apostolic Church differs in many ways from the Catholic Church. The Apostolic Church believes in saints but does not pray to them because they believe no other should be prayed to other than God. They broadcast their services on TV, radio, and on the internet. In Dixon, you can find plenty of delicious foods that's always fresh. A place we enjoyed eating at on our visit was Zuli's Cafe, a small Mexican restaurant. It's owned and operated by some longtime locals. All of the ingredients of the calabacitas are grown in the owner's garden. It also has a menu that caters to vegans, vegetarians, and meat lovers, so there's definitely something that everyone's sure to enjoy. They have buffalo burgers along with a vegetarian taco plate with green chili. They also have chorizo burritos that a lot of people seem to enjoy. Some people even say that Dixon has the best breakfast burrito, and this is what it looks like. This picture definitely made us hungry and want to go eat there when we were doing our research. When we got there, it was actually a really small, quiet cafe. The people were very friendly and provided great service. We really enjoyed the food. We ordered shrimp tacos and chicken tacos and a burger. Everything looked and tasted great. One holiday tradition is the annual studio tour, which is held the first weekend of November. This event has been around since 1981. During this event, stone sculptors, vegetable farmers, wreath weavers, winemakers, chocolate makers, and many others demonstrate how they practice their crafts and honor their traditions. Another tradition is the Dixon's Apple Orchard, which has been around since 1944. This started by Fred and Fray Dixon. The apple orchard tradition soon became engulfed in the Las Conchas fire that struck in 2011. Because of this fire, the orchard was being destroyed. By trying to make it survive, barriers were put up and larger creek beds were made. During the monsoon season, though, flooding became fearful as the orchard was being destroyed once again. This is one tradition that has been cut short because the family could no longer afford to keep it open. Dichos or sayings with cultural significance. A few that we learned in Dixon are: don't give years to your life, give life to your years. No le dé años a tu vida, dale vida a tus años. If you're really fat and you wear a girdle, you're still fat. Si usted es realmente grasa y te pones un cinturón, todavía estás gordo. Meaning, if you try hard to correct a person who has an addiction, they still have a problem. Don't criticize someone for what they've done, because something similar could happen to you. No criticar a alguien por lo que han hecho, porque algo similar podría pasar a ti. There are two different wineries in Dixon, New Mexico. La Chiripada Winery has been around for over 30 years and is northern New Mexico's oldest winery. This winery produces over 20 varieties of wine, from dry reds to crisp whites. The name La Chiripada means a stroke of luck, which was adapted from the original ranch where the winery was located. When we visited La Chiripada, an employee named Lita showed us where the wine was made, how it's processed, and where they were all stored. While we were over there, we noticed how La Chiripada didn't just sell wine, but they also sold t-shirts, jewelry, pottery, and paintings. We found it very fascinating. Another winery in Dixon is the Vivek Winery, which is located on family property. This was founded by two brothers named Chris and Jesse in 1998. Vivek is a Spanish term that means high altitude refuge. At this winery, after they bottle their wine, it takes them 12 months before they sell it. The cool thing about Vivek Winery is that the whole process is done by hand from picking the grapes to bottling. A few notable people from the community are Evelyn, Robert, and Viola Gonzalez. All these people influence the community so much. They all work at the senior center. Evelyn is a cook, the only cook. She makes about 75 meals a day to be delivered to the seniors by Robert the van driver. As for Viola, she's pretty much the backbone of the community center. We learn so much from her. They really do a lot for the seniors in their community. They strive to make them feel important and keep them as active as possible, which explains why their oldest senior, Eleanor Griego, is 102 years old. They explain to us that majority of the time, Robert is the only visitor some of these seniors get to see when he takes their meals, so Viola keeps them busy by having regularly scheduled activities for them so they can all get together and socialize with one another. One thing they really enjoy is playing bingo. The seniors from Dixon even get together with seniors in El Rito for Valentine's dances and other activities. Something really special they do every year is attend the Santa Rosa Fiesta, which they crown a king and a queen for the seniors. This year's winners were Joe and Julia. They do this by drawing names out of the hat. We thought this was really sweet and a great way to show that they matter.
We chose to get something from the area of Dixon. So we have like wines, apples, corn, chili, and so this has been embroidered by them, which will be something very special for Dixon area, you know. And when they opened our building, we hung it up, but we do have it protected because we want it to be there for
a while.
As long as possible.
Part of history.
Yeah, part of history, part of Dixon. And like we have the wine, we have the apples, we have the art, the chili, you know. Wine is a big thing in Dixon.